Jojo think those pretty lights way up high. We love him. We love him. Jojo dig those Broadway lights. It loves you. It loves. Whoa. Anyway, we are here. We are here. Learning. As always. You know, those of you who do listen to the show, it's gonna be more like what I'm doing right now. We don't need huge. Oh, this guy's coming down. My car's in right probably where he's got to park, or maybe not. Oh, he's pulling in there. We're going to be. It's like more of hypnosis. We don't have to be using all these magnificent, brilliant, fancy schmancy words. We're not going to bring in a clown or a cowboy on a horse or elephants or trapeze, like a shill. We're not going to. We're truth. The truth doesn't need all that. It doesn't need thingamajig. No, you're right now. You're listening. That's what I want you to do. Just listen. Just listen. I mean, I remember when I was 8 years old, probably. I remember, I think it was like 2 years ago, or maybe even more. I'm trying to think. Well, where are we? We're the 7th. A few birthdays. So it's the 7th of 2018. Because we have this fantastic organ. It's a beautiful. I forgot. So we're at a place where there's not too many deers. But I looked over and I seen something. It's just a sign. And the deers are fine. There's so many of them. I was talking to a relative last night. And she was telling me about this beautiful place where she goes. And she's like, you remember this guy growing up? You lived down there, you? I'll say Jojo. I know it's not Jojo, but just in case some people are listening in, I don't know. But it rhymes with Jojo. And he's like a maitre d', at this fancy schmancy restaurant. It's like in Florida. And he seats people. It's it's like a side dish of Zeta is $40. I mean, the artichokes, everything there, just magnificent. Ambiance, 80s night, this, that, Italian, kind of Italian, seemed like Italians. Because she said she knew the guy growing up. And so he gave her a really good seat. And all of a sudden, this guy comes in. This huge guy. Literally huge. Owns so much up here, the Capital District. And apparently it was his seat. Because he kept on looking over. But, I mean, it's one of those things, I mean, he probably didn't know that this huge guy was going to be there that night. But he came in afterwards. I mean, because she came in. It's like, here, what's up? Take this seat. So But we do have a nice coffee on us here. This is the opener. So when I was like 8 years old, I remember listening to this talk show host. He's very, very good. A lot of people won't listen to him. Yesterday I shared a little something about the environment, and he's good on so many topics. You know, I was going to throw in a fancy word like facet, or I don't know. We don't want to do that. We're holding it back. You know, we're saving our energy. We're saving our fancy words. We want to talk to you to the heart. You know, the heart. Because everyone else does it that way. Everybody else comes out, you know, with the big show, the prizes, the cash, you know, the shiny balls. Right? I mean, like, I don't know, that was a saying, like, during the election. It's like, you know, when they're running for stuff, they're like, hey, you know, putting stuff, say, hey, what about this? I don't mean anything graphic by that at all. It's not my style. I just remember that. And I remember, you know, being in the 4th grade and just having these thoughts, you know, about what kind of a learner am I? You know, I mean, is it book smart? You know, I mean, it's just like learning from a book. Oh, tell me they're coming down now. Jojo dig those. Oh, good. And I just am in a spot. Actually, now I think about it, I'm blocking a gate. But there seems to be a lock on it. It is Saturday. Well, all screwed up what day it is. I mean, because of the 4th of July and all that. But yes, it's Saturday. But yesterday seemed like Sunday. But I just remember, like, well, what kind of a learner am I? Like, you know? I mean, the regular academic way. You know, the regular way, like, you know. I mean, I was. Excuse me. I learned differently. Hold on. I learned differently. I mean, there was something. There was something else. Like, you know, there was something else I was paying attention to. I don't know what it was. I mean, years later, I remember listening to a show, and the talk show host said it. Like, he said, you know, he defined, like, how I felt, like, at that time. You know, like, sitting in there, you know, with the other students and stuff like that. He said, like, you know, I was intelligent, I was smart, and all that kind of stuff, but like, the standard way, I forget that's why I was just taken off this morning, because I remember him saying that word like 2 years ago, or wherever it was when I listened to it. And I remember talking to my friend from Florida, and I was like, I mentioned that to him, because these days people don't pay attention to you. They don't. Where back in the day, everyone did. Everyone was so excited to have conversations, to talk, to need someone. I mean, these days, yes, they do, but it just almost seems like that their heart and their mind and their body are somewhere else. You know, in this world. I mean, whatever they have to do. I mean, there was that one episode with the Sopranos with the suitcase. You know, it's like in dreams. I mean, I had a weird dream. I mean, I'm pretty late here today. I'm late, very late. I gotta squeeze in the next one. I don't even know what time it is. I got late. But at the end of the dream, it was like a woman calling this kind of a baseball game. And I know the Indians were in it. I don't know, the other team could have been the Red Sox or the Yankees. But it was like the final bat. or something. I mean, someone hit a home run, and she's like, the Indians won. But it wasn't the Indians. It was probably the Yankees or the Red Sox. But she made that call, and everyone was not going to accept if she changed the call. But, she realized it because she didn't know. Because she didn't know about the uniform. She's like, I don't know. It's like, the Indians won. Because I could see, see the ball going in there. And I could see her thoughts. Or the person next to her. Maybe the co-host announcer. He was like, that's not the Indians. And apparently it was like either one of the Red Sox or the Yankees. I forget. It was a dream, like I said. But for some reason in the dream, it was like there was certain rules. Once you called it, you couldn't change it.